Dred Scott was a slave under the ownership of Dr. John Emerson. Scott and his master lived in Illinois for 4 years and in Wisconsin, where slavery was banned by the Missouri Compromise of 1820. Later, they went back to Missouri. Scott became married to Harriet Robinson. They were upset that Scott was still a slave in a non-slave state. They went to the Missouri Supreme Court in 1850. He hoped that the saying, "once free, always free," would still be in their minds as it had in the past. They ruled that Scott was a free man, but 2 years later, in 1852, they changed their decision. Scott became a slave again, so his wife and him went to the United States Supreme Court. He argued that he should be free because he had lived in a free state. 7 out of 9 judges voted that he shouldn't be free. That was the final decision. Chief Justice Roger B. Taney said that the reason for their ruling was that Scott is a slave, so he doesn't even have the right to sue someone because he isn't a citizen. His rights as a citizen wouldn't be guaranteed until the 14th Amendment was passed. It guarantees citizenship regardless of race or gender. Lots of people had mixed feelings about the ruling. Taney also said that the Constitution said that slavery couldn't be outlawed or restricted. It only says that the importation of slaves couldn't be stopped until 1808. Because of that, many people thought that this was a misinterpretation of the Constitution, and this made those people mad. Lincoln was very upset and publicly criticized the court for their decision. Southerners were okay with the decision, but Northerners were upset about it. The decision increased the social and political gap between the North and the South and brought them even closer to war. Emerson's wife remarried to a man who was against slavery. She returned the Scotts to old friends, the Blows. The Blows let Scott, his wife, and 2 daughters have their freedom. Dred Scott died in 1858.